Thank you for subscribing to my page, babes. I'm doing fine. What it is, Chanel Jones. Oh, you tagged somebody. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So what I said, okay, what I was saying to people that's just detouring into the live, I was telling everybody, y'all know me for having like rivalries with people in the city of Miami, people outside of Miami, and I was sharing with everybody how um, one of the influencers right now was like to say I'm always sitting on the edge of the bed. That was her thing. And I was telling everybody on the live, which is true, I do sit on the edge of the bed. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty much a homebody. I'm not one of these people that beat the door down. But lately, like I told them, I've been getting out. I've been doing a lot of things, but nothing surrounding my craft. Nothing surrounding my craft. So I decided, this is what I decided, y'all. I decided I want to start doing conferences. Like renting out various hotels, coming to people's cities, letting people have the live experience of me talking about whatever is going on. Whether it's me speaking on Clarissa Shield and her boxing ability, because lately she's been talking about she ready to take men on and she can fight men. And we know good and well Clarissa Shield would not be able to hang with a man. Not even in sparring. Not in the ring and not even in sparring. But that's another story in itself. So not only that, just discussing whatever hits the internet that we as people go through in our everyday life. Because a lot of people think celebrities are these type of people that don't live like regular people. Their finances is different. They have a lot of money. But these people go through the same thing we go through. They go through depression. They go through heartache. They go through happiness. They go through disappointment. These people are human. But at the end of the day, when everything hits the blog and it's time to discuss things, a lot of people, tune into people like the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, On Site, Jasmine Brand, whatever. So I'm also somebody that speaks on incidents that occur online, but I also play devil's advocate. I don't go along with what most bloggers, they do something together. If you notice, when bloggers post anything about anybody, they're all in unison. If they're for one person, all of them are for one person. If they're against a person, all of them are in cahoots and against the person. Me, per se, I'm the type of person, I go off of discernment. I go off of what I feel, what I think, what I see, what I bear witness to, receipts. Things that make it clear. So with this being said, I want to start doing conferences. I want to start traveling. I want to start, having these venues where we could bring people out, fellowship, afterwards, after the sit down meeting, we all do like dinner and we sit down and, get to know each other and talk about things that can be, done, what can be changed, to add growth to what I'm trying to do as an influencer, as a public figure. And I feel like if I can get the team of people that rock out with me to contribute to me getting these venues. So I just watched Tasha K do a GoFundMe. And I was coming to y'all because I know y'all gonna give me the best advice. Do y'all think I should do a GoFundMe to be able to provide for these venues, to be able to provide for traveling, to go to the various cities and states that most of my fan base or either followers follow me in, to gain revenue, to rent out the hotels. Most of these hotels, when you rent out like the areas for conference, they also ask you to pay an insurance fee. To be able to cover the insurance fee. So we talking about transportation, accommodation, facilitating an area, like getting a facility to bring a multitude of people in. Even if we start off with like a small genre of people, not really like a big, massive group of people to come and see me speak. But I think this would be a great idea to show people that I'm doing something on the outside of the internet. What do y'all think? Say, I think that idea is good, but I don't like how you be on sisters. Somebody got to be hard on sisters. Somebody got to say something about the sister. Everybody can't be under one accord, because if you are a sister and you out here sleeping with a married man, I need to be on you. I need to be on you. If you are a sister out here sleeping with your classmate child that is now an adult and you had a history growing up, I need to bring that to the attention, because at the end of the day, their loved ones are loving the fact that I'm shedding light on it because they have smaller platforms and they don't have people to speak out for them. I'm the person that plays devil advocate, and I speak out for people that want me to speak out for them. When people touch down and they reach in my DM and they say, hey, Geisha, I want you to talk about this because people are not listening to me. Guess what? I'm that person that's going to gravitate to that to let people listen. When I started talking about Clarissa Shields, I didn't reach out to her cousin or her aunt. They reached out to me. They got in my DM. They were telling me details. And by them having small platforms and small voices, they wanted me to speak out on it. And also her behavior out here parading around with a married man. Now, you got some people that don't care about that. They be like, it's their life. Me per se, if I'm a blogger and I'm an influencer and I talk about things that go on with celebrities, no matter if I agree with you or disagree with you, I have a platform to speak out on what I believe. I'm not going to speak on what Demetric believe. I'm going to always speak out what Geisha believe. And what I believe is Clarissa Shields should not be parading around with a married man. And I know a lot of y'all men like her because of boxing. Y'all don't like her because of her integrity, because she has morals, because she has values. Y'all like her because of her boxing skill, not her personality. Y'all disregard that she disrespected a black woman too. Y'all disregard that she's parading around with a black woman's husband. So this is why I say a platform like me speaking out loud can also shed light on the derogatory thoughts people have about me. Me being able to take a platform and speak out loud amongst a genre of people will also, and also getting a first one-on-one encounter with me can also change the narrative of your thoughts, Dimitri, and make people know that I'm a woman that stand on business. I'm a woman that don't, go along with anything. I have my own mind. I'm definitely a trailblazer. And this is what a strong woman is. A strong woman doesn't go against what she believes in just to fit a narrative or fit in a circle of people that are only liking a person because they have skills. I don't like people because they just have skills. Me, I'm a reader of people's body language, a reader of people's personality, a reader of who they are, and that's what I do. And if your personality doesn't match your dynamic skills of whatever you talented in, I'm not going to gravitate to you. I don't care how well you dance, how well you run, how well you box, how well you are great whatever you do. If your personality and who you are as a person does not match, I just can't rock with it. Because not only that, we got young girls growing up right now today. Not only adults are tuning into these people, we have the youth that have admiration for successful people. But not all successful people are great people. They're just successful. So when you got the youth tuning into these people that's supposed to be leading by example, and they're not the best representation that you want your child to actually imitate, emulate, and follow in their footsteps, you're not, listen, you're going to be just like me. You're going to be just like me. So at the end of the day, like I said, I know for a fact, I was just about to say the THINK word. No, I don't think. I know for a fact this would be magnetic for us to come together and coexist amongst each other at these different venues, me visiting different cities and states. And I just came to ask, what do you think? Do y'all guys think I should start a GoFundMe? And that's actually me piggyback riding off of the influencer Tasha K. Do y'all think I should start a GoFundMe so I can do traveling and do venues and, set up like live speeches at these different venues? Look, Adam say facts, never fiction. Exactly. But a lot of people can't take the truth. When you like somebody and somebody is saying something derogatory about somebody you like, 9 out of 10, it makes me the op. Because you like that person that I'm talking about. So that makes you think I'm a bad person because I don't see them in the light that you see them in. That doesn't make me a bad person. That makes me a person with a different opinion. I have a different opinion about the person you like. And that's all it is. That's all it is. It just makes me have a different opinion, a different thought on who you like. And a lot of people like to spin a narrative, but you can't spin a narrative on truth. The truth is just the truth. And I never let people define me. On the internet, you know the internet is undefeated. The internet will create a character for you. But if you stand fast on whatever it is you do, no matter who they're preaching that venom to, when people watch you and they listen to you, they're going to see you for you. No matter what people are heckling and cackling about your character behind the scenes, people are going to listen to you and see you for who you are. That's why I don't be caring what people have to say. I might joke over here on the internet. I might roast people. I might do a lot of things on my platform because I love to laugh. Whether if it's off of the expense of another person. I just love to do that. And y'all know I call myself the Queen of Roast. So a lot of people initially started following my platform because I roast people down to the ground. Not because this was a page for uplifting. This was a page that I roast people on. So when people come to my page, they was like, oh, she never uplift nobody on her page. It's called a roasting page. They call me the Queen of Roast. When have you ever heard a roast that uplifts someone? But see what it is, people come to your page, they look at you, they listen to you, but they don't read. And a lot of people come to post and don't read. They just spin a narrative off what they think because they like the person that you might be shedding light on and saying negative things about. So at the end of the day, regardless of people say, oh, she don't like women, I love plenty of women. It's a lot of women out here that lead by example. Michelle Obama for one. Michelle Obama for one. Kamala Harris for one. It's a lot of people out here that lead with integrity. But it's a lot of people that y'all root for that don't have integrity, and y'all mad at me because these people don't have integrity. Y'all lose your mind, especially when I talk about the rapper Trina from my hometown. When I shed light on somebody that took the initiative to rap and say songs like, you don't know Nan that will sell more ass than me, that will make a nigga come faster than me, that will fuck 5 or 6 best friends. Listen, nobody put ammunition to her head to say these things. A lot of people say, well, that's just a song. It still takes a person with lack of integrity to get in a booth and say that about yourself, knowing that this is going to follow you for the rest of your life. Nobody that thinks highly of themselves would have got in the booth and even said that. But a person that's immune to that behavior, somebody that's surrounded around that behavior, somebody that's all they know is that behavior is going to be okay. And people hate to hear me say it. I didn't make her say those words. She said those words. She chose to say those words. But y'all mad at me. Y'all think I'm a hater because this woman, when she introduced herself to the world, she told you in her lyrics, this is what I do. And when she started, before she started the rap, she looks at Trick Daddy and says, oh, I ain't never been ashamed of what I do. And then she proceeds to say, ain't Nan that'll sell more ass than me. That'll make them come like me. That will make them come back to back like me. That could lick a nigga nutsack like me. Like, these are the words that she chose to start her legacy as an artist. And we just got to keep it, and we just got to keep it 100. So when y'all come to my page and y'all in y'all feelings about truth, I don't be caring. I don't be caring when people come over here and they attack my page because I'm speaking the truth. I don't be caring. Long as I know I'm speaking truth, I don't care what these people say. Because it's not Geisha Dean's platform for nothing. Whatever I decide to talk about on my platform, if you took the time to detour over here to windmill against me, who's the troll? You already knew what I was going to say about an individual before you came. You already knew what initiative you was going to take to go up against whatever I post on my page because you came here to troll. So back to the story at hand. I decided I'm going to open up a GoFundMe. I'm going to promote it on my page. I'm going to open up the page. I'm at the GoFundMe today. And if you support the movement of me doing speaking at different venues in different cities and states, far as the money, the finances going towards transportation, accommodations, the facilities, paying for the facilities, the insurance on the facilities. This is what I'm going to do, and I actually write something above the GoFundMe setup so everybody can start contributing to that, because I'm ready to take flight. I'm ready to touch bases with the people that have been following me, supporting me for years, and I think this would be a great thing. I think this would be really big, and just make a business of it, because I love to speak out. Instead of just always speaking on the internet, I think it's time for me to suit up and boot up and just get amongst the masses and start having these discussions. I think it would be awesome. I think it'd be awesome for me to speak, on topics like that. Especially with my hometown, knowing that I know the majority of these people personally. And I'm not just on the outside speaking on these people, me having like real encounters. That's what makes me stick out amongst the rest. Anybody else having discussion about the people from my hometown, they're just looking through a microscope, or they're just looking through a telescope, when I've actually been firsthand. So I'm not going off of what I feel or what I think. It's what I know. So it's a huge difference. Oh, I'm definitely going to come to Shreveport, Louisiana. Listen, a lot of my followers are from Louisiana. A lot of my followers are from New York, Miami, Atlanta, where I moved at. That's the only reason why I came here, because before I even moved here, T.I. and Tiny them was having dinner in Miami. So they reached out to me and they was like, hey, we want to meet you. So I went down there and they was there with their little entourage or whatever the case may be. We sat down. We chopped it up. They had already had my food ordered because they had already ate, and my food was like, already prepared and wrapped up. So we out there talking. He said, what is it that you want to do? And I said, I initially want to act. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah. He said, you ever thought about doing stand-up? I say, stand-up comedy has to be a passion for people that like telling jokes in front of a wide spread of people. That's not my desire. My desire is not to stand in front of people and tell jokes. You have to really... That had to be really an interest of yours. He was like, then Tiny was like, oh, because that's what T.I. been doing. I'm surprised he didn't share that with you. He's been doing stand-up or whatever the case may be. So I told him acting is what I really wanted to do. That's what I desire to do. But anyway, we were just chopping it up. And he was like, Tiny was like, I know you live in Miami, but your opportunities to express who you are and what you do is best that you move to Atlanta. Because that right there will be the place where you can, rock it off and you can network, because a lot of filmmaking and everything that you do is here, is in Atlanta. So I took her on that, but I didn't immediately move to Atlanta at first. I moved to Daytona Beach first. When I moved out of Miami, I moved to Daytona Beach. After I did 2 years there, I said, hey, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to relocate. Let me try Atlanta. I never lived there before, and now I'm here. I mean, I like it, but I miss the ambiance of Miami, because the further you travel out in Georgia, just hitting corners, you see nothing but bushes and trees. Now, if you're in Atlanta, it's a busy city. It's bumper to bumper traffic. If you work in that city, you ain't getting home till probably 2 hours later, because the traffic be so backed up. But and I don't live that way. So where I was going for work, it was a whole nother direction. But yeah, so basically that's what I want to start off doing. So I'm going to start with the GoFundMe. I'm going to use a bit of this live, me expressing myself on why I should open up a GoFundMe and why people should contribute to the cause. I think that'd be awesome. Let me see what somebody else said. Oh, you in Baton Rouge. Okay, Julia. So what we're going to start doing, once the revenue start coming in, We're going to have people state who want me the most in their city, and that's the city we're going to. The highest votes on what city I should touch down in is the first city that I would visit. Off of the contributions of the people that view me and add on to this GoFundMe, we'll do a poll on what should be the first city I should visit. And by the votes of the viewers, where they reside and where they live, this will be the first city that I visit. This will be the first. This will be the first city that I visit. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go by the voting. So everybody tune in and everybody vote. Y'all, I'm gonna open up the GoFundMe tonight. I'm gonna post it on my page. If y'all can, I would like for y'all to share. I would like for y'all to share it and also get the word out there, because let me tell you something. Growth is by numbers. If you don't have a multitude of people that are supporting, because you can promote anything yourself, but you also need the people to coincide with whatever you got going on to make the actual movement start moving. And that's what I want to do. I want to get everybody that's tuning in, that support Geisha305, that been supporting me for years. Because a lot of y'all been following me since MySpace days. And that was like, what? MySpace days was like, what? 1999? 2000? I forgot when MySpace started. But a lot of y'all been following me since then. No, matter of fact, a lot of y'all been following me since I've been doing shows with Rick Ross at Club Norman's, them talent shows. A lot of y'all been following me since I was doing them talent shows against all them guys in Miami. So, and they was announcing me on 99 Jams. But right now, since I done touched down on the internet and all these various people from different cities, I think MySpace is what drew the attention of all the people that been following me from different cities and states. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna need y'all support to share the GoFundMe. I'm gonna also add a clipping of the video on there so we can get it started, and it's just gonna be a movement. And I just want people of all walk of life. This is not gonna be a venue where I just speak out just to women. It's gonna be a venue I speak out to people, whether it's male or female, no matter the ethnicity. It's a discussion that may take place where it affects everybody. Or sometimes it just might be tea talk, and that's just what it is. Because y'all know when y'all tune into me on these platforms, it's basically me breaking down tea talk. Tea talk. So like I said, whether it's me renting out the Marriott and using one of their conference rooms. Because a lot of these hotels have big conference rooms. Daytona, if I touch down in Daytona, I used to work front desk at NASCAR. They got conference rooms that I could rent out, that we can go in and have discussions and stuff. Anything with like big venues, but not too big. And how well we promote it, we do not know the type of guests and how many guests will come and attend. But I think if it's promoted well and in advance, I believe we can get a multitude of people out. I believe we can get a multitude of people out to come to these venues. So that's what my next movement is. My movement is to do these conference meetings where I call everybody out. Naturally, if the funds go well, I can even do commercial advertisement. Proceeds can also be televised, where we can get people to come out. Also, I do video editing, so I can edit and I can do a lot of things where I post on my page, where I can promote on my platforms as well. And y'all just like, share, repost. But also the proceeds to get it televised and market that I'm in a certain city and state. I think that'll be awesome too. Oh, you are, Julia? Where are you located, dude? What city and state you out of? Because I did a venue in Miami, and the hotel that I did it in was not the Marriott. It was the Hilton. The Hilton had a big conference room. It is a great idea. The HBCUs, yes, definitely the colleges. The colleges, that's an excellent idea. See, they said you need more than one person when you planning to initiate a great idea and make it come into play. It does take a multitude of people. That is a great idea. I need to jot that down. The HBCUs. That'll be good. I gotta get it out my bag. But yeah, I gotta keep that in mind. That would definitely. But see, that would have to be upon request. Detroit, definitely Detroit, because a lot of people support what I say when I'm talking about sports, dealing with Clarissa Shields and her character, and it's a lot of people that disagree too. So you got Flint and Detroit. Some of them don't like the fact that I talked about their water in that diss song. Say, Anjanette, say, count me in. Thank you so much, Anjanette. So I'm going to create the GoFundMe today. And all I need is y'all to like, share, repost, and just spread the word that Geisha is getting ready to start visiting cities and doing these conference meetings. So I'm trying to draw out a multitude of people at this venue. And we're going to come up with an idea where it also saves us people money for these venues. Actually want to capitalize off of it to keep flipping money into the business so I can keep traveling, so I don't have to keep creating a GoFundMe based on sales of tickets or whatever the case may be. But the biggest contributors with this GoFundMe would be people that gain free access to everything. Like, it's no need of me charging somebody twice for an idea that they help execute. So I believe anybody that did like big contributions towards this GoFundMe, I believe they should be VIP at these venues. I believe, because it actually shows you people that contribute, how much they contribute on these GoFundMes, and who were the top contributors. And I believe that these people, when they attend the venues, these are the people that should have free access. Thank you so much, Charti. What it is, Chartiesa? I'm trying to say your name, girl. Chartessa? Tiesa? I don't know how you say your name. I hate butchering people's names. Because people used to butcher my name up all the time. Listen, people used to butcher my name up all the time. Char. Okay, Char. 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 You must be breaking the syllables down for me. Char Tessa. But anyway, so yeah, that's the new goal starting today. That is the new goal. That is the new movement starting today. Geisha305 coming out of Miami-Dade County, currently living in Atlanta right now, and this is the movement. Oh, pronounce Shar with an S. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the movement that I'm creating right now, and I thank y'all for supporting me. If y'all could just get the word out there, this is the movement. Peace out, y'all.